So let's get talking. And a little bit of serious conversation at that. I want to believe that I consciously put an effort in trying not to be a pushy mom, trying not to shove and push to make sure that my daughter is on the top. Of course, I want what's best for my child, like most parents, right? But I want her to be on the top out of her own merit and her own efforts. That's what we always teach Adina. We tell her that being on the top is important, of course, but that's not the be all and end all of life. If you want to be on the top, you work your way to the top. You earn your spot on the top. If there's something that isn't fair, and if we feel that Adina cannot handle it herself, then yes, Deepu and I try to step in. The reason I brought this up is because, of course, any move's not easy, and we've talked about that before. Anything that we're trying to find out information about here in Mechanicsburg is like pulling teeth. The school district that Adina goes to is one of the top. It's very good. It's a big school district, a lot of kids. Yes, we understand. So they have a really nice website. We've combed through that website so much, but the information probably 1% useful. Once we got Adina enrolled in the school, of course, we get emails, we get text messages. If a bus is delayed, we get 3 emails, 4 text messages. So there's a lot of information that's out there. It's not that there's no information, but it's either repetitive or it's not very useful, especially for newcomers trying to figure things out. I mean, maybe because we don't know the school system, because Deepu and I grew up in India, and because Adina went to a private Catholic school all this while. I think we're a little spoiled that way. Even so, I know a lot of friends, principals, teachers, administrators from the Fort Smith School District, and I don't believe what we're dealing with here is something we would have had to deal with in Fort Smith if Adina had to go into the Fort Smith School District. We're actually going and knocking on a lot of doors. The school that Adina goes to has a counselor. We spoke with a counselor who provided us with some information, but for the amount of questions we had, not a lot of useful information. And when Adina started school, again, a lot of the necessary useful information seemed to have been left out. Yes, COVID can be overwhelming for teachers. I am an understanding person. But I feel for my child because she is not the child who wants to shirk responsibility. She has been so frustrated over this past weekend because she wants to catch up with what she missed for a couple of days or whatever homework is there. She does not like keeping it overdue. So she wants to catch up and she cannot because she cannot log in because she's not been given the login information, which is one of the most basic information that's provided on the first day. We called in, we went to the school district. We were rerouted to the principal of this particular middle school just to try and get an appointment with the principal. Again, seems to be like pulling teeth. I understand because of COVID, people don't want to meet face to face. Okay. Phone calls would be nice, emails would be nice. I am just trying to make sure that she is in classes that's best for her abilities. It's frustrating. I'm sure they have a lot of things happening on their end. Maybe I'm not as understanding as I want to be, but from a human parent perspective, I am highly, using the same word again, frustrated. We've gotten more information from friends than from people who work in these schools. It's not been easy. We're trying to grasp at positives. That's us as a family. But for every 2 steps we take forward, we seem to be taking 10 steps backward. For example, we got a sports physical done for Adina in Fort Smith. We have the physical form with us. We submitted that as part of Adina's registration forms. For her athletics, school athletics, we were informed that she needs a sports physical done with a local physician. So we've been for the last 1 week trying to make sure that we can get her connected with a pediatrician or a family physician, so that we can get a sports physical done and also have us established with a personal care physician. Oh my gosh, you don't want to know the hours I've actually sat on the phone trying to get an appointment done. Yes, I understand COVID is throwing everything, for a loop off the charts. But yeah, my patience is really tested. And it can be nice. I'm making sure the essential oils are trying to keep me calm, but yeah, no, not really. I'm still on the fence about Mechanicsburg. There's so much resistance. So I was telling Deep, it's almost as if body's gotten a transplant and now the body is rejecting that new organ. It's like Mechanicsburg's rejecting us more than anything else. But a friend of mine said something today, and I'm going to hold on to that as my positive. Resistance, we can also look at it from a different perspective. When we start working out, there's a lot of resistance, but then that means it's building muscle. And I hope that's just what this is. I hope it's building a stronger foundation for us here in Mechanicsburg. I hope. And ta for now.